Welcome back to the Big Weekend Show. 'Tis the season as the All-American Christmas is in full swing. Full Christmas spirit here at Fox, at the Fox Square, you can see there. But the woke mob plays the grumpy Grinch. Canada's Human Rights Commission is declaring Christmas as colonialist religious intolerance, claiming that non-Christians have to, quote, request special accommodations to observe their holy days. And for Thanksgiving, PETA posted this picture on X of turkeys about to feast on humans with the caption that reads, quote, "We're lucky turkeys would never do this to us. You don't have to do it to them either." Okay, so let's go to Canada first. Dr. Sapphire. And I
no, thanks. I prefer not to go to Canada.
So, okay, we'll stay here, but we're going to talk about Canada.
Never been.
And what I want to talk about this poll that was done last year where they asked non-Christian Canadians if they had a problem with people saying Merry Christmas to them. 92% said no, like no problem at all. Why is this a thing? This is an agency that's funded by the federal government in Canada.
Well, again, they are, of course, trying to appease to that woke crowd. I mean, this is why you have activists who are gluing their hands to streets, to art in museums. I mean, these are lazy people. They're not actually being productive members of society whatsoever. They're just trying to upend and ruin any sort of happy holiday. Bottom line, as long as we have religious tolerance, then everyone should be able to celebrate their own faith, and we have mutual respect for everyone's faith. I don't care what, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, whatever floats your boat, whatever you do does not offend me, and we have to get back to that place as a society where we respect everybody else's rights. I was in a restaurant today, and overhead they started singing Pentatonic's Mary Did You Know, which happens to be, as an Italian Catholic, my favorite holiday song, and I was so happy to hear it because some of those traditional songs have been banned. And yes, I did start singing along to it, and my husband, who happens to be Jewish, was not offended. He just laughed at me because I don't sound very good when I sing.
Well, maybe the Canadians can learn from you and your
Live
husband.
in harmony together.
I disagree. I've heard you sing. You're tremendous.
Thank you, Joe.
Like the Mariah Carey of the set.
Oh, yes. Joey, what's going on with our neighbors to the north?
Yeah, listen, you know what floats my boat? Killing animals and eating them. So, Joe, I'm with you on the whole PETA thing. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
But if we're going to talk about Christmas right now, it's such a stupid thing to be outraged about. Christmas is a holiday that has baked into it a way to celebrate it in big ways without even touching the religious aspect of it. I don't know what Santa Claus or Christmas trees have to do with little baby Jesus in the manger. You can have a very secular Christmas celebration and nobody's going to be mad at you about it. You go to the Rockettes and watch an amazing show for almost 2 hours. The last 10 minutes is a nativity, and you got all the right in the world to get up and walk out before they do it. This country of America does a pretty good job of commercializing this religious holiday. I can't imagine Canada doesn't have much of the same. And for them to want to eliminate Christmas over religious views, listen, I mean, I've heard tell they don't even celebrate the 4th of July up there. So I don't know what's going on there, but I don't need to go there. I don't need to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I was very thankful over Thanksgiving, but I didn't stop to think that I should not be eating a turkey.
Sure.
What about you?
And Twitter has something called, it's called X now, sorry, something called community notes. So if PETA puts up a tweet like they did, then they will correct the record, which is a pleasure to read. So let me read the community note on this. Turkeys are not vegetarians. Turkeys eat mice, lizards, frogs, and just about anything they could fit in their mouth, like me. If turkeys were larger or had the technological means to farm and eat humans, their current diet reveals they most certainly would. So if the tables were turned, believe me,
Mic drop.
we'd have Acuna on the plate right next to the cranberry
Yeah,
sauce.
exactly. No, I know. I'm grateful that their beaks are so small. But also, in response to that quote,
Yes.
the PETA representative said, well, that's not exactly what we said. We didn't say they were going to eat humans. We said that we should be thankful that they don't. So, like, burn. I didn't quite understand that.
A picture tells 1,000 words, and just to put a cap on the whole Canada thing, they haven't won a Stanley Cup in 30 years, and I take pleasure in that.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I don't know.
We are not beating
let me just say,
beating up on Canadians. We're beating up on Canada's government and, and their version of what we have, which are the crazy lunatic leftists that want to tear down everything.
Right, exactly, because according to all the polling that we see, the Canadians are like, well, just leave Christmas alone. It's fine. So that's the good news here. So.
I eat turkey, and I will continue to cook a turkey and eat it every Thanksgiving.
Because it's delicious.
Because it's delicious, and I like it.
Stuffing that we only have once a year. What's up with that? Just saying. Go ahead.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.